Hello everyone. I've decided to hop into the backyard today to do my Periscope because it's just such a beautiful morning. So if you hear any barking during this Periscope, it's just my little monkey who's just walking around. Mango! I'll introduce you to him. Come here. This is Mango. Say hi. So if it gets noisy, it's his fault, okay? So today, I just wanted to talk to you about comfort zones. So what I've been seeing a little bit lately of, and have g'day, how you going? And have heard people talking about is their comfort zones, and not wanting to escape out of that area. And of course you don't, because getting out of your comfort zone is, it's, why would you? It's called your comfort zone because it's comfortable, right? So when I hear people talking about, yeah, that part of being in business is not in my comfort zone, it makes me just think, oh gosh, I don't know how well you're going to go in business, and what do we need to have a chat about. So I thought I'd have a chat about it today. So if you I'd love some if you're enjoying this Periscope, make sure you tap on the screen and show me some love. Let me know I'm on the right track and talking to you about what you want to hear about. If you're a virtual assistant, let me know, and wherever you're located, just pop in a little hello there and tell me where you're from. So I'm periscoping from Melbourne today, and it's going to be a hot day, so I'm just enjoying the nice warm weather this morning before it gets stupid levels of hot. So where are you guys all from? I'm just having a cuppa as well. It's a shy bunch this morning. So with your comfort zone, one of the things that someone came up with recently was about charging before you do the work, right? And they were talking about a retainer. So one of the benefits of being on a retainer as far as the client goes is that they know that they are getting your hours. They're pre-booked in. They know that you're going to be available for a certain number of hours each month for them. Now, part of the deal is, and this is always a two-way street, is they've pre-booked those hours. So it's not just verbally pre-booking, they've pre-booked and they've paid for those hours in advance. Okay, so the agreement that I'd seen someone write up said that the retainer would be paid after the fact every month. And there's a couple of reasons why I thought, well, that's probably not a great idea. It always feels easier to say to people, okay, well, here's the work, and this is what I'm now going to charge you for it. That feels really easy. But how comfortable does it feel when you have to start chasing them for that money? Are you going to be out of your comfort zone there? So you need to learn that billing them in advance may be out of your comfort zone. It actually gets easier. But when you realize that it's just part of the arrangement, it's part of the agreement, then, you will feel really comfortable with it. It's only out of your comfort zone if you don't understand the why and the benefits to both sides. So you're doing a retainer, you're pre-booking these hours, you know the VA is going to be available for you for these hours, you pay up front, and everyone's happy. The VA has to have those hours available for you because you've already paid for them. Okay? So are you out of your comfort zone because you think, oh my gosh, now I'm actually have to come through with the goods, or because you've had to ask for that money? So might be worth asking yourself that as well. But once you get used to it and you realize, okay, this is why we're doing it. Lucky you in Florida on a Sunday. Sundays are good. When you work for yourself, I love Mondays because I get to really get stuck into stuff for work. But yeah, as I was saying, if there's something that feels like it's out of your comfort zone, you need to ask yourself a couple of things. Is it because I don't understand what the benefit is to myself and my client, and I don't believe personally that it's balanced? Or is it that you feel that it's immoral? Now, obviously, if you feel, okay, there's something there's immoral about this, then it's probably not something, that you want to explore. You want to, well, you do want to explore it, but you don't want to do it, okay? So if you think charging up front is immoral, then, you've got to ask yourself, how come so many people are doing it? What is it that I don't understand about it? Okay. They're really hard to catch. Very, very hard to catch. And they'll rip your head off. So what is it that people are understanding about this situation that I don't quite get? And when you realise that it is a two-way street and it's benefiting both of you, then, you should be able to feel a bit more comfortable with it. So do you have any situations that you want to pop up there apart from, koalas? And I've only caught them for wildlife rescue. And that's quite odd for an Australian to have done that. Where you have felt like, okay, this doesn't feel right to me. I'm not comfortable doing it. I know lots of other people are doing it, but I don't feel right about it. If you've got a situation like that in business, pop it in down there so that I can chat to you about it. Or if you don't feel comfortable talking about it here, then feel free to contact me, touch base, and have a bit of a chat. Because, I just think it's really important to realise that, when you think about your business and you think, okay, this is something that is, it's a logical step forward. It makes, it's making sense for a lot of people, but I don't feel the confidence to do it. You've got to ask yourself, why don't you feel the confidence? And usually it's a lack of understanding and a lack of ability to explain clearly to the client what it is that the benefit is to both sides, and believe it and understand it. So someone else I was talking to the other day was saying they knew that clients needed to have, their documentation in place in their business because, it was a good idea. Now, when we explored that a bit further and we were able to say, okay, well, why is that a good idea? What are the scenarios that may occur for a business where you go, oh my God, thank God I've got this documentation in place? Then you can go to clients and prospects and say, well, these are the reasons why we do it. It's not just because I know that it's valuable because I did it in my workplace and they do it because it's not cool. You're not doing it for that reason. So you need to understand why the service you offer is so beneficial, and how you deliver it is beneficial to both sides. So an agreement or a contract should actually just be balanced. And that's where, again, going back to the retainer situation, or for me, I charge up front for pretty much all my projects, especially if I haven't worked with someone before, is because, I want to know that I'm, people aren't going to walk away with my work. If it's something that you physically hand over, it's easy to say, pay me at the time. But when you're working for someone and offering a service where you're sitting there doing a whole lot of work, it's a bit risky. What if you hand that over? And by hand that over, I mean sending an email and then they don't pay. You're going to spend all that time chasing it and you're going to lose that money time, because it costs you money to chase people. Your time is valuable. So until people have built up a level of trust and ongoing work and all that sort of stuff, then in my business they pay up front. Just press this on the screen. So what's very fast? Just curious now. I have seen the comments come up, but they don't seem to be overly relevant. Hello. Hey, Hayley. Hayley, have you ever had a situation in business where you've thought, okay, other people are doing that, and I know that that's sort of a logical thing to do in business, but I don't feel comfortable doing it? So we're just talking about that at the moment, and using it in this particular case. I'm drinking, it's Jarrah French coffee. It's my favourite. Hang on, I'll get the bug out of it and I'll show you. It's early in the morning, so where's my coffee? There we go. So if you love me, send me Jarrah French coffee and mint sliced biscuits and brazen brownies. What a way to start your day. I'd be on a sugar high forever. So I've got a few people here that are listening. Are you business owners, or are you just chilling out and checking out some Periscopes and maybe just enjoying an Aussie accent? It's the quietest group I have ever Periscoped to. Your dad owns a business? What sort of business does he own? Hello. Just wondering if you're in business, and if you are, what sort of business you own. Just talking about getting out of your comfort zone. Marketing's another one where you can get out of your... alarms and security camera installation. Okay, beautiful. Hayley's multitasking. That's why she's not answering my question. So you're not actually multitasking like a ninja. So, Ryan, do you work with your dad, or do you do something else? I'm very well, thank you. Mango's back. Mango, hello. Mango. Hey. Used to, but I moved away for college last year. Oh, nice. What are you studying? I'd like to say hi to people when they join the chat, but I can't even pronounce. I can't pronounce their stuff. Hi, Serena. X20 TALIP, History and Administration of Justice. Interesting. How are you going to use that? We're just talking about, I'm just chatting to Ryan at the moment, but also just talking about getting out of your comfort zone in business. And for some people, doing this, being on a Periscope, can be completely out of their comfort zone. Well, I'm Australian, so Russian women are fantastic, so I'll take that as a compliment. History professor, me no speak English. Very nice. Cool. So, yeah, was that going out of your comfort zone, Ryan, to take the leap and go back into to school? So that's another thing that I predominantly work with virtual assistants. So there's a lot of virtual assistants here in Australia who I do a lot of support stuff with. And some of them feel nervous about doing training days and stuff like that. It can be, you're around other people who are already self-employed. You don't know where they're at in their business. It can be a bit intimidating. Once you get there, you usually figure out, okay, we're all pretty even here, and everyone's been there before. But to actually take that leap can be quite nerve-wracking. So each time you think about something in your business where you have to just, take that leap, get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, there you go. But you need to do it. You will grow. You'll move forward. Every time we've had an issue in our business, so I've been self-employed for heading on 12 years now. Obviously, I started when I was really young, because I'm super young still. Okay. When I started my business, since then, since then, I've hit hurdle after hurdle after hurdle, which is why it's great to be able to mentor people now. The best thing about a hurdle is that means you've grown, because you've grown enough to hit the next hurdle, and you work your way through it. And the best thing that will happen after that is that you move forward a little bit and you hit another hurdle, and you learn and you grow each and every time. Now, if you don't want to go outside your comfort zone, you're never, ever going to get past that first hurdle. And that first hurdle may be working out payment systems that benefit both of you. It may be doing marketing that, involves you being in front of people. So an expo stand, for example, I've always found that really hard personally, even though I'm a chatterbox. It might be going to training, so kudos to Ryan for stepping up and doing something. Oh, thank you. Feel free to give me some hearts. Nobody's given me any hearts. But, to step up and move forward. I always picture it like, has anyone here done Tough Mudder? I don't know I know it's worldwide, but I don't know which countries it's in. We did Tough Mudder a few years ago, and well, thank you. And yeah, did you have the walls that you had to go over? The big wooden walls. Now, I always do a really bad diagram when I'm training people, and it's of those walls, because you can't get over the last wall and win until you've done the ones before it. And by memory, I think there was like 6 walls in a row at one point. My God, I was so bruised by the end of it. But you can't even consider going over that last wall until you've done the other ones before it. You can't consider the second wall until you've done the first one. So every time you get over that hurdle, then you've moved forward. And then you get to the next one, you're like, sweet, I'm going to conquer this, and then I'm going to move forward. So Tough Mudder it, you know, in business. That's how I picture it. I always picture it like those walls. Yeah, totally. Awesome. Well, I'm going to head off. Hopefully I've inspired people to get out of their comfort zone. It's been very quiet, Ryan. I really appreciate the conversation. And today, yeah, I'm going to do a couple of things outside my comfort zone. I'm rejigging some things on the website and making it even better, hopefully. So www.virtuallyyours.com.au. And if you need any advice around business, specifically around, thank you, around virtual assistants and working with virtual assistants, I'd love to hear from you. But otherwise, I hope you have a nice sunny day like we've got today, and I will see you next time. Okay?